Well, hello, sports fans. It's Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. Today we're going to talk about the 2019 Virgin Money London Marathon. One of my favorite races. I've been going for 20 years, and thanks to my former partners, the Running Network and W.D. Horde, and to the generosity of David Bedford in the London Marathon, I've been able to see one of the finest marathons in the world. And I went there to learn about the race, much like I would go to the British Diamond League meets. David was the executive director for a while, and then the elite race coordinator for many years. Spencer Barton has taken that over. The executive director is now Hugh Brazier, the son of Chris Brazier. The London Marathon was founded in 1981, a couple years after the late John Disley and the late Chris Brazier visited the New York City Marathon in 1979 and soaked in the deep thoughts of the late Fred LeBeau and Alan Steinfeld, who created the first five boroughs race in 1976 in New York, which was only supposed to run 1 year for the bicentennial, and look where it's at now. But London has become the race by which all others are judged in terms of elite fields. And the fields are orchestrated much like a fine symphony, or much like a Monet painting. All the little pieces of color come together to make this magnificent event and picture. This year will be no different. Spencer Barton should be congratulated on bringing together Eliud Kipchoge, Farah among the top on the men's side, Vivian Chariot on the women's side, Mary Katani on the women's side. Tirnish Dababa just pulled out. She's having a baby. We congratulate her for that. We're going to focus on Kipchoge and Mo, and then also on the women's side, Emily Sisson and Molly Huddle. Eliud Kipchoge is the finest male marathoner in the world, bar none. He has the current world record, 2:01:39. He's the Olympic champion. He is London champion many times over, Berlin champion. He's run the fastest recorded time on a very well done but exhibition event. And he continues to impress. How long can he do this? I just don't know. I think as long as he's motivated. He's the running warrior monk, and he's focused on his running and his training. And between him and Peter Sang, his coach, they do a great job. Mo Farah, Mo's with Gary Loff after a long time with Alberto Salazar. He had a masterful win in Chicago. Can he beat Eliud? Only Eliud knows that, because it's Eliud's race to lose. But what I think Mo can do is continue to break the European record, improve his racing savvy, and pick up a nice paycheck. On the women's side, can Paula Radcliffe's record be broken? I just don't know. I think there's enough athletes in that race, including Bridget Kosgei, who could surprise, but you just never know. You don't know what the conditions will be. I think Mary Katani's got a lot to prove to herself. Can she break the world record? I thought she could for a while. I now kind of think Bridget Kosgei can. I think Vivian Chariot is in the hunt. I think it's going to be a fast race. I think we see a 2:16 for the women. Emily Sisson, the young American, just ran a 30:49 10,000 at Stanford on a cool spring Palo Alto night. And she was followed in 30:58 by one and only Molly Huddle, the current American record holder at 30:13. I believe in London, Emily Sisson will debut in about 2:24 to 2:25, which would be fabulous. And I think Molly Huddle's got a 2:21:30 to 2:22 in her, depending again on the conditions. But as we all know, there'll be about 45 to 50,000 stories in London over that wonderfully historic course. BBC with Steve Cram and Paul Radcliffe will do a lovely job on the TV. I'll be watching it from the States. Last year I had to miss London with heart surgery. This year I have a final procedure to make sure my ticker is all doing well. So I've had to, I can't go to London this year. I'm going to miss it terribly. But best wishes to all my friends there. It's a wonderful race. This is Larry Eder signing off.